Hello guys, Mr. Druid F here. Today I'm going to explain why maxing your stats is generally a very bad idea in Digimon Story Time Stranger. Now I'm not telling you what to do here, just giving my advice. I'm not trying to dictate what you can and can't do, but I am here to explain why this generally is a very bad idea for you to do. Everybody enjoys games differently, of course, there's different tastes, and I feel like this will ruin your experience, and here's why. When it comes to games, the fun is the experience of it. Cool fights, challenging bosses that excite you, the whole journey is what gives you the enjoyment factor and that dopamine in your brain. It's what makes the game memorable. I'm sure being a gamer, most of the games that were most memorable to you are games you faced a challenge or an obstacle that you had to work for in order to overcome it. That fight that you struggled with, and when you beat it, you finally got that rush of adrenaline and happiness, like, yes! I finally did it moment. I'm sure every gamer out there has one of these memories. And the only reason why they had that memory was because they actually had that challenge. Now, Digivolutions in this game all have stat requirements to be met for you to become certain forms. This much is true. Some Megas or Ultras are probably going to have really high requirements, but that's towards the mid to late game content. Right now, starting off, we're going to be in the early game, and it's not that important to be that strong right now. In maxing and 999ing every single stat, you're going to inadvertently lessen your experience in the game. You're going to take all the fun out of it by being able to breathe through literally everything, because you'll face no pushback, there'll be no challenge, there'll be no fight that ever felt like an actual fight. And that's going to give you a poor impression of the game. A lot of players who play games who max everything right away often say a game is trash or boring because they maxed everything so early and just breezed through the game and never actually really experienced anything for it because they just went snap, 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 everything's dead. And essentially, the whole game felt pointless to them. When if they'd have played the game naturally, as it was intended, they would have had a very different thing to say had they played it the way it was meant to be played. Now, what I recommend doing, for the most part, if you do want to boost your stats, is you have two options that you could potentially do. You could either boost your stats up to a certain amount, say 1,500 to 2,000 should allow you to become basically at least ultimate stage, and then I'd stop there. Or, instead, you could make your stats even higher, and then put them in the box. Lock and protect them so you don't accidentally sacrifice them, and save them till you're further in the game. This way you actually get to experience the game. You actually get to play it. Rather than you just going through everything so quickly, you pretty much just ruin your whole chance of ever having any fun. Now maybe you're one of those rare players that being able to just get through a game as quick as possible is really exciting and fun for you. And fair enough, all power to you. But for most players, that's not the case. And I don't want to see a lot of people bashing this game saying, oh, it sucked, it was too easy. There's a lot of people already saying it's too easy. Even with hard mode, the game doesn't feel that challenging. At level 30, you was able to defeat Chaos, Dramon, and Mega so early in the game. And that was without having 9999 in every stat. So, obviously, that changes your impression of that fight. And might possibly set a precedent for future fights in the game being not as difficult as you expect them to be. So putting 999 everywhere, you're just going to have a pretty poor time. Now, I've only seen one champion form which had basically 1,000 stat requirement to be able to be transformed into. Now, that Digimon was one of the... I can't remember what the name was. Was it Digimon Frontier? I can't remember the name of it, but the one that had those Gigas-Dramon and all that, Susanomon. It was one of the water ones. Not the one that looks like a octopus with a woman inside of it, the other one. That one was the only Digivolution that I saw, which crashed my game when turning into it. It was the only Digimon that had 1,000 for a champion. The rest of them are around 600 in stats. So I think it's safe to say somewhere around there will be the ultimate mark of needing around a couple thousand to turn into. So that's why I'm saying I'd only really extend to about there. Then I would stop. Then, with your Digimon that you've prepared, put them in the back of your box for a little bit. Because during this game, you also need Tamer rank to be able to achieve certain Digivolutions. So you don't actually get the benefit other than being able to kill things really quickly. You can't automatically become the ultimate form until you reach the Tamer rank that can reach Tamer rank to reach ultimate Digivolution. So essentially, you're not going to be able to instantly transform anyway. But yeah, I just figured I'd share my thoughts and why maxing your stats is probably a bad idea. It might ruin your experience with the game, make you breeze through it so fast that you feel like the game is boring or to play, too easy, because you never ever face any challenge, and you're not going to remember the game as a fond memory. With that said, thank you very much guys for watching, hope you have a wonderful day, peace. Have you seen me and my team? Lost some monsters here rocking with me. A digital, yeah, that's for sure. But I'm coming in with a dragon's roar. Across the skies, yeah, I'll soar. Keep knocking foes back and coming for more. You don't want to see his hands on my Digimon claws, blowing you back with a terror force.